weird, but monogamy leads to promiscuity, okay? Think about this. Let's say you've been with 5 people, okay? You had a wonderful relationship. Person 1, person 2, person 3, they didn't work out. Now you're on person 4, okay? Then he goes off because everybody eventually gets bored with the sex and relationship and bangs somebody else. So you're like, oh, how could you do that? I'm breaking up with you. Oh, you hurt my feelings. How could you do that? Now you're on to person 5, okay? It doesn't work out. You guys date for a while. And now you're on to person 6, okay? Instead of just finding a couple of people that you're like really chill with and be like, all right, we're in a more open, non-traditional relationship, you're going to end up being way less slutty. And this is my point, is that monogamy, like one person at a time, leads to sluttiness. Because it never works out for one reason or another. Someone cheats on somebody else, and eventually you dump them and go on to be an even bigger hoe with your next relationship. So instead of being fucking realistic about, like, look, okay, people get bored in relationships. Like, nobody's dick is made of fucking platinum. Nobody's, vajaj is so magically tasty that it's never going to, like, you're never going to get bored of it. That's fantasy world. Be fucking realistic. Don't live in a fantasy world about the fact that people get bored in relationships. You could not live with this, by the time you're married 20 years, you're both grandparents. You're not going to be attracted to that person after that time. There's other reasons to stay in a relationship. You love the person, you care about the person. There's so many other things you can be in a relationship for. You could be a gay couple and never have sex. And it's not cheating because you're just taking care of your sex drive on the side. People need to stop being so uptight and so traditional. I just did say vajaj. So traditional about relationships, and that's just all I have to say. Monogamy leads to promiscuity, and that's what I have to say about sluts. The week has 7 days, and I know most people have probably slept with more than 7 people by the time they're like 30, 40 years old, okay? If you keep a real busy schedule of fucking, there is no way you could fill up all 7 days. Really, there's no way you could fill up all 7 days out of the week of fucking 7 different people. I guarantee that if you were more realistic and accepting about the fact that people, get bored in monogamous, unrealistic circumstances, that they would be less fucking slutty. And this is a really un-American, un-Christian thing to say, but monogamy leads to promiscuity. The reason behind monogamy, the original reason behind monogamy was because in the Dark Ages, the serfs, the slaves who worked the land in the Catholic-ruled ancient Europe, basically, were fighting over bitches. And so they made it against God and Jesus to have more than one at a time. Thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife. That was like in version 26 of the Bible, And so that's what we're suffering from in the United States is a throwback from the Dark Ages, basically. It's a way of, there's cultures that have existed on planet Earth for way longer than the United States. Way longer. I mean, China, they had different types of relationships. They had mistresses, concubines. They had all types of more open relationships. Yes, I live in a mansion. Like, wow, your house is amazing. You live in a mansion. Sorry, I'm just rambling, and I'm recording this on Blog TV if you guys want to watch a rerun.